All right. Hello, everyone, and greetings of the day to everybody watching this video. I am Sakshi Jhajharia from Kolkata, and I have just come across so many of my fellow CA students who are absolutely in distress, who are absolutely confused. Everybody is saying different things, everybody has their own opinion, and most importantly, everybody has a very important question in their minds: what are we supposed to do now? Because of repetitive postponement of exams, let me tell you, this is the fifth schedule that we have received for the same exam, and the exam doesn't seem to happen at all. So it's like, the closer we get to the exams, the farther it goes away. So, that is the problem that is has come up. And honestly, there is no control. Like, we cannot control it, nor can the institute directly control it, because see, there are a lot of things, a lot of problems which are associated with the conduction of exams, and everything that the institute is doing, right? So we really cannot control, and we really cannot find out as to what are the reasons behind these multiple postponements, apart from believing the fact that it's all because of the pandemic. And of course, till November 1st it was because of the pandemic, but from 1st to 21st is a question mark. Well, that is not something which we are as students very much concerned about, because that's not something which we need to put our brains into. For us, we need to study, and we need to ensure that we are able to keep our calm and keep our mental peace in place, because it's ultimately us who are going to write the exams, right? So first and the most important thing that we as students need to do is to accept that the exams have been postponed. Accept that the exams have been postponed for 20 days. All right. Do not get this kind of an impression in your mind that, oh, the exams have been postponed, and now postponed, so now we can chill, right? So that definitely not something that we must do. So what should we do? So let me tell you, I have categorized all the students into three categories, to find out what is the best course of action for each of them. So if I talk about the first category of students, these are those students who were very well prepared, whether they were prepared even for May, June or July, or for 1st November, but they are very well prepared. They have, solved all the, question banks, and, they're thorough with the study material, and they've done everything that they should have, right? So, and plus they were studying around 12 or 13 plus hours a day. So or whatever, how much ever time was required, if you have one group left or whatever the situation is. So you were already giving your 100%, and you knew that yes, 15 days are left, so this is going to be my strategy. You were absolutely you had perfectly chalked out a beautiful plan for yourself. And now that the exams have been postponed for 20 days, you are absolutely in a situation of confusion, where you don't know as to what should I do? Should I go about with the same plan, or should I modify it a bit? Okay, so there's this question in your mind that, oh, there are certain topics which I probably don't know, or things like that. It happens, and it's natural. So this is the time when you can probably polish those weak areas, and in case you don't have any, just revising the topics which are of a higher weightage. But more important than that, I would suggest that if you were probably studying, say, 12 plus or 13 plus hours a day, bring it down to 10. Right, because see, normally I'll tell you what happens. This is the case with me as well. That when the exams are nearer, then I tend to study. I guess more diligently, and there's more efficiency. And I think it absolutely changes when exams are closer. But now that there are around 33 to 34 days left, so this is the time when probably you will not be able to give the same amount of time that you were giving, considering that there are 15 days left for the exams, right? So I would suggest you take out those 3 or 4 hours a day or 2 hours a day, whatever it is. Do something for yourself, right? Just focus on yourself. Do some yoga, do some meditation, do something that you really enjoy doing, do something that you like to do, and just focus on yourself. Because let me tell you, if you just get absolutely panicky in this situation, and when you just kind of exhaust yourself, then when the exams will be very close, say 10 days are left or something, when we'll be probably standing near 10th or 11th November, then it will become very difficult, because you would have already exhausted yourself. And let me tell you, the last few days are extremely crucial, and they can actually decide everything. Those last few days can decide your result, right? So I'll just say that all those people who were very well prepared, just please take out some time for yourself. Spend time with your family. I know you can't really go out a lot considering the restrictions, but just do something that you like to do. Of course, I'm not saying to go back on social media. Do not. In fact, I would say, if you're there on social media right now, if you're very active, stop that. Just cut that time. This is actually for all the 3 categories of students. Do not stay active on social media. So this was one. The second category of students are those who because 15 days were left, they were preparing, but kind of this thing was there in their mind that, no, I wish I had a little more time, I'm not well prepared, or there's something, that there are a lot of topics which are still a weak point for me, and I'm not ready, right? So this is a boon for those people. Guys, just take it as a gift from ICAI and consider this entire period to be a boon. All right, and just take it and just strive hard and try your level best to finish up everything. Just bridge the gap between your preparation and the preparation which is required. So once you have done that, let me tell you, no one, literally no one can stop you from passing and clearing the exams with very good marks, right? So just instead of indulging into questions and confusions and all the kinds of different opinion going around, whether the exams will be conducted or not, or why have they been postponed, or the institute has just given in to the kind of outrage that was going on Twitter or something like that. Just stay away from all this, cut all this negativity, and focus on your exams. So right, so the second category of people, this is a gift, right? And just gracefully accept the gift and move ahead. And I'm sure that all of us, all of you, can do really good in your exams if you have that determination and dedication. All right. The third category of students are the ones who probably had not started studying for whatever reason, whether they didn't feel like, whether there was some personal issues, or some personal problems, or whatever it is. The reason could be anything, but they were not prepared. They were not prepared at all. 34, 35 days, 33 days, how many ever days are left, start now. Just start. And once you have done, and once you have started, once that flow is there, once you have just got into the study mode, nothing can stop you from achieving what you wanted to, right? So just try and bring yourself into the study zone and start studying. Because 30 to 35 days, this particular time period, it is enough for you to kind of go through a lot. I wouldn't really say that you can complete the entire syllabus, because there'll be certain students who would have both their groups of whether IPCC, I mean sorry, intermediate or finals, and there'll be a few who are probably writing their foundation or have one group of inter or final left, or whatever the case may be, right? Okay, so IPCC is also there, yeah, whatever. So if you have the dedication again, then definitely you can cover a good chunk of the syllabus. And of course, if you have very strategically planned your studies, then of course there is it's not impossible to clear it, right? So there's no impossibility with it. So all I'll say is that these 30 to 35 days can take you from one group to both groups. If you're prepared for one group, prepare for the next. If you're very well prepared for one group, I would say, because going and sailing on two boats could be risky also. So you are the best judge as to what your syllabus coverage is, and whether you should start studying for the other group. Or probably you could say that if your one group's preparation is very very good and the other group is like a little dicey, so you can just focus on polishing those topics and those subjects of the other group. So one group to both groups, from probably just past like a total of 400 to multiple eligible exemptions. Let me tell you, if you talk to a qualified person, if you talk to somebody who has cleared their intermediate or IPCC, or has cleared their finals, and they have got a lot of 60 plus, they really take pride in that. Because when the institute considers 60 plus as to be a benchmark, right, an eligible exemption as a benchmark for good marks, you can say, then definitely scoring eligible exemptions in multiple papers can be really motivating for all of us, right? From good marks to all India rank, and from a 2-digit rank to AIR 1. So if this is today, right, and this is pass, right, this is pass and this is today, 35 days can either take you from pass to a rank or from pass to fail. Because see, let me tell you, the last few days, as I already said earlier, are very very crucial. So if you kind of give in the best, give in your 100%, then definitely you can travel this distance and the results are absolutely amazing. So don't you feel that the road is worth traveling? Just be with yourself, introspect, give this entire thing a thought, and then decide, isn't the road worth traveling? Thank you so much.